I wanted to bring up the conversation on the Constitution. We're seeing some kind of loggerheads between all levels. Yeah, so the executive and the judiciary don't seem to see eye to eye. You've just said now that you're not yes men because people are accusing the legislators, which is the legislative arm, of playing to the tunes of the executive. And I'd like to hear from you, Ruku. Has this been handled properly, or is there a general lack of respect for the Constitution and the separation of powers? We've seen the president talking about the judiciary. We've seen people talking about legislators. What's really going on here?
The thing is, the separation of powers is there. But these three arms of government must check each other. The legislature must check the executive must check the judiciary has to check the executive, has to check the legislature. So these three arms of government have to work together and they have to keep on checking each other. If the judiciary is having, excesses of power, who will check judiciary? The president is coming out to call out judiciary when they go rogue. Because they are Kenyans. They live within our society. They are our sisters and brothers. We know where they socialize. We know they are friends. We know where they go and have a drink. So they are not from us. They are from our villages. So when they have this excessive or intoxication of power, then we have to come out and tell them, no, the programs of government must continue in the most appropriate way. Because who will be the advocate of the poor? Because we have people in the corridors of courts who can be able to buy justice. We know many investors have ran out of this country because they believe that if you have money and you go to court, you'll be able to buy your way.
Why don't you expose these people? Because you keep saying that you know them. Why don't you just expose them? List of shame.
It has happened in the past. It has happened in the past. We saw Justice Chitwembe, if I am not wrong. He has been thrown out of judiciary. He was exposed by the former governor of Nairobi. So he's not the only one. Probably there are other evidences available. So what you are telling judiciary is that please, we don't need too much activism in judiciary. We need, because we have seen activists who even have become senators, who run to court each and every day to give injunctions of different decisions which have been made by Parliament, which have been made by the executive. Then those decisions are ejected for a year. When will those projects be completed? When will the people of my constituency not have water? Because someone went to court and said this water project cannot be implemented. This road cannot be implemented because of one reason or the other.
Okay.
It is true there are many government institutions which have to work together. There is NEMA. NEMA may come up with an environmental report saying that there will be this and this environmental whatever. Yeah. Okay? But before you run to court, can you exhaust other avenues available, to see whether these things can be resolved? But they're just sleeping, waking up, drafting petition, running to court and inject the decisions which have been made by executive. We are saying it's not going to happen with William Samoei Ruto government. We are going to call out those judges and especially those who are corrupt and those who are giving idiotic orders. Any idiotic order, court order, must be disobeyed.
Must be disobeyed.
Yes.
Okango, let me bring in on this. Is there a suffering of intoxication of power at the judiciary level? Because, and if you just look at it from the other perspective,